Hello traders, welcome to today's video. It is Tuesday the 24th of October and this is your Bitcoin price update. So yesterday we had the biggest move up of the year so far from Bitcoin, but at a time when people aren't really looking at the price and don't really care what it's doing. So obviously the move up that we had yesterday, partly technical, okay, so it was a squeeze, a lot of short positions opening at that 30,600 area. Myself included, tried to take a little short position, simple invalidation above the yearly high, and then getting stopped out. But what this led to was a ton of liquidations, a ton of shorts closing, and a move up of, I think, 22% on, at least on Bybit. We had that move up of 22%. So a huge move up. And already overnight here, we retraced half of that. In fact, coming back down into the 618 before getting some consolidation so far today. So I'm going to focus here on the higher timeframes just to give you an idea of where we are in the grand scheme of things. So despite the big move, we've only come into the 382 from our all-time highs to our lows, from our FTX crash lows. So this basically being 36K. And that's where we are now. So we've got a 38.2% retrace. So it's not like a huge move up. We've not come back up and we're not looking at like big bull market starting again. But it is a significant sign of strength. Okay, we can look at this as being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves with taking out the 4 and then getting this continuation higher. But yeah, overall, still a shallow retrace. So for me, that still means that there is room to potentially move a little bit higher. So where we are on the chart at the moment, okay, we can look here at a 1-day order block, which is the red zone that we've got from 37,800 to around about 40K. And then just below that, we've got this big imbalance on the chart. So this impulsive day down, we've come up and we've just taken out the high from back here on Friday, the 6th of May from last year, which is my birthday, by the way, if anyone wants to send me any nice birthday presents next year. So the day that we've just taken out was the high from that 6th of May, my birthday from last year. And we've had a little bit of a retrace from that. Now, spot prices, a lot of other exchanges haven't gone that far, but I'm still using this chart because it kind of led the move up from the potential fake pump last week, and again is leading this move up today. So a lot of open interest here on Bybit, just being wiped out, and yeah, basically like a bit of a market leading move. Now, what we do have as additional confluence here is from looking at our extensions, we can see that our 1-to-1 extension from this move, so from this low to the high to this, I'm not counting this low because again, a lot of exchanges put in different prices down here, but this being the main low from our most recent consolidation, we've got that 1-to-1 coming in as confluence, and we also have another 1-to-1 a little bit higher. We then have the POC of our entire, I guess, bull market point of control sat there at $39,000. Okay, so if this is going to move up a little bit higher into that 1-day order block, then we do have the point of control at $39,000. What we're doing currently right now is just filling this low volume area on the chart so we can see this whole move basically lining up. So this is your area of low volume on the chart. Where did we break out from? It was right there. Where does this go up to? It is basically where we came up and got that small rejection from earlier on today or last night. So on the high, like the macro time frame, we are at resistance, but I still think that this can continue to creep higher over the coming days. So if we go down here onto the lower time frames, which is the main stuff that we can be looking to trade right now, then what we have, let's just take it down onto this, a pretty balanced profile for the day. So we can see already, if I add on the previous day levels, what's this fixed range thing that can disappear? If I add on my previous day levels, we came back and opened below the previous day EQ. Now, again, on Coinbase, it's a little bit different. We opened a little bit above the previous day EQ because that week wasn't as high. but we've had that 50% retrace already, and we opened so far today down towards the lows of that. So if we then go from looking at this from the start of what you can say was the main move from yesterday, this low to this high, golden pocket retrace, and then we are getting a bounce from here. So I do think that we can be looking for higher prices, and I have taken a long this morning, which was where our point of control previously was. So this was like down here at this POC, taking a long position. Have already taken profit on this, but now looking for some continuation higher. Actually, if I go onto the Woo chart, then this will show the exact position. So this was the long. This was the one that we covered during the trading room today. And basically where we are now is this, what is now the point of control. Once again, it kept flipping between these two levels. So we're back into that POC, and we've got a 15-minute order block up at the top here, which is acting as some local resistance. We then have highs to be aware of, but I do think looking for the rest of the day, I am looking for this high over here at 35,300 and ish something to be taken out. So we are looking for that continuation higher. And I think that goes for a lot of the market today. So if we're looking at legacy markets and we're looking at the NASDAQ and the ES, then I do think continued recovery like we saw yesterday with that big reversal. So we had that drop during the London session, then we had the big reversal in New York session. I do think that we will get some continuation today to see higher prices. So that really is it on for Bitcoin. I think the only way that you could really look at this retracing the move at this stage is if we come down and lose our daily open. So the daily open being quite far down at the bottom of our daily range so far. If that is the case and we do lose daily open, we could be looking back at previous day point of control. We could be looking all the way back down at retracing this entire move up. However, I do think that is highly unlikely for a move that's only just happened to have already had a deep retrace and then to fail again would be surprising. So for me, yeah, expecting higher prices today. Altcoins as well. Now I think is finally the time. I do consider this to be a sign of strength, and I do think this continues. I am not looking at the mid to large cap altcoins. I do believe that they will continue to bleed against Bitcoin. If we look at Bitcoin dominance over here, 10 off the TPO, we're not going to want that. We're not going to want previous day levels. But if we do look at Bitcoin dominance, I would really like to see a move up, a sustained move up to fill in the rest of this big move down. So coming up towards that 60% area on Bitcoin dominance over the course of the next few weeks or months. However, low caps are starting to look really good. So once again, in the trading room this morning, we were looking at some low caps, and I will be doing a live stream in, well, just a couple of hours for New York Open, so we can cover a few more of those then. But until then, I'm going to leave it at that. This is mainly a Bitcoin update after all, so we will continue to look across the charts on this exciting day for crypto. So have a great day. I will see you very soon for New York Open. And cheers. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all of those things. Bye-bye.